Hello and welcome to Toy Geek Maniac. I am your host Chad Miller, and today we are playing with the incredible Nightcrawler. Now, we all know Nightcrawler as one of the definitive X-Men characters, and I would have to say most X-Men fans would probably put Nightcrawler in the top 5 of their favorite characters. Now, while I didn't actually own a lot of Nightcrawler figures, I was actually pretty surprised to see how many were actually out there when I was doing research for this video. So I'm going to walk through the action figures that I had of Nightcrawler right now. So first up is Toy Biz's initial Nightcrawler figure. Pretty basic. He's got suction cups available on him, one on a knee, one on a hand, for him to stick on walls, which really only worked on refrigerators and windows. And then he had a bendy tail. So pretty basic, but it was the very first Nightcrawler figure. Next up was the X-Men Classics line by Toy Biz, and it was a far less superior line of toys. There was a lot of repaints. There wasn't too many new figures that really came out with this line. However, this version of Nightcrawler was new, and it was based directly on one of the most popular X-Men pencilers at the time, an artist I really enjoyed. So it was kind of like really cool to have a figure of that definitive style. Couldn't do much with the figure, but it was still like aesthetically pleasing. Toy Biz launched a giant-size X-Men box that featured all the new X-Men from 1975, which also featured Nightcrawler, and it was a great figure, and it happened to be my definitive action figure for Nightcrawler. I didn't feel like anything else could be better than this one. Next up is the X2 X-Men United action figure of Nightcrawler, being played by Alan Cumming. It was a great figure. The likeness was astounding, and it was a little clunky, yes, but I really liked this figure. So now, this brings us to the newest Marvel Legends Nightcrawler. It's got really good box art, and the figure just looks amazing. Like, I almost don't want to tear it out of the package, but you won't have to. So, here we go. Alright, so everything's out in the package. We're going to go ahead and take a look. Very lightweight. The tail is not bendy, however it does turn. I was thinking that maybe it could help with standing if need be, but I don't think that's going to be an option. The articulation and the movement of the feet should sustain him pretty well standing. So there's a substitute hand for his right hand. We can pop this one out. Pop that one in, and then he should be able to hold sword. Yay, Nightcrawler. There's articulation everywhere you expect it to be, which will grant him awesome posability. I really like the angle that you can get his legs into. The torso does kind of jet back a little bit, so if you wanted to possibly pose him like somersaulting through the air, that would be a very feasible thing to do and make it look awesome. Like, that to me looks awesome. So yeah, this is pretty astounding. I like it. So let's see how it stands. So naturally, I figured that he would be easy enough to stand on his own, especially with the design of his feet and whatnot. So as I take a look around on this figure, I'm gonna try to put him into different positions to see how well they work out, to kind of, you know, to show his dexterity and things like that, which is something very important to this character. So this is a pretty kind of cool pose for him, I guess, a little bit action-ish, and the tail does help him stand in this position, which is fine. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm down with that. So here's a little bit of a crouched pose, and that is pretty awesome as well. The nice torso bend really helps with that, and then the head, the ability to lean back as far as it does help to incorporate this position. And it looks just as amazing from the back, so this is really, really cool. Now, I really like this because Nightcrawler is like wiry and gangly, and even though he's incredibly fit, I just love the aspect of like how small his frame is, even though it's packed with muscle. And that just lends so well to the character. And then the tail that you can shift around helps to add to that. Like I said, I kind of wish it was bendy, but it looks good. So, plus, like I said, it does swivel around, so you can take him and then put the tail up like that. So that's going to do it for this episode of Toy Geek Maniac. Thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully you have as much fun as I do collecting toys. Let me know what favorite figures are in your collection. What are the items that are on your wish lists? Do let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Love and light to you all.